Freak Nation, Kyle Larson back in the Lucas Oil Studios. And Kyle, watching you Thursday night, dirt track, coming over here thinking, Kyle's going to make an appearance in this G-damn truck race, some form or fashion. You're going to race 5 times this weekend, but you didn't. But you come out and dominate this Xfinity Series. And you talked about the setup of that car. It was somewhat familiar because of the connections with Hendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Hendrick and JRM work really closely together. Right. So, yeah, as far as like for me, sitting in the car, I couldn't tell that I was in a JRM car versus a Hendrick car. The dash is the same. My seat and throttle and brake and clutch and steering location and all that's the same. Shifting, where the shifter's at. So, yeah, it's really comfortable to get in there, and setups and stuff are similar as well. So, yeah, it wasn't too foreign to me, which was nice, but still had some work to do throughout the race on it.
There's been a lot of talk about the difference between the Xfinity Series car and the Cup car. Is it that much of a difference once you hop in there and find the aerodynamics of this Xfinity car where you could kind of pick it up that fast, or does it take you a few laps to get into it?
I tried to be a little bit cautious early, knowing that the track was going to be slick and I was starting mid-pack. But quickly got I felt like a handle on things. And then, the aero stuff, I've ran enough Xfinity races and enough races here at Texas that I have a understanding of what it's going to feel like behind people. And you can run much closer to people in Xfinity, which is nice, and kind of run in their wake a little bit better and not be upset. So the Cup car is much tougher to, get to people and pass them, and you can't really manipulate their car. So that makes it fun when you get to come back to Xfinity and kind of, not worry about dirty air quite as much.
Does this transfer at all to Sunday, the Cup race?
No, I don't think so. No, just because the cars don't drive the same, like the aerodynamics and stuff, and how you feel the tires and the weight of the steering wheel in your hands, and the speeds and the drafts and all this and that, and how the car rides over the bumps is all different. So no, there's not really anything you can take from today, but it's always good to get laps and get a win too, to have some confidence.
When you committed to this Saturday race due to Connor's lower back issues, did you take into consideration the fact that you were planning on running Thursday and Saturday night in the high limit series racing?
I love to race, so yeah. I knew, and two, we aren't going to be running against this race over there, so timing wise, I knew I'd be fine running the Xfinity race. So I look forward to heading over there here in a few minutes and hopping in that sprint car and hopefully doing a little bit better than we did Thursday night.
Let's end it with this. Run me through your routine. You're going to walk outside of this door, get on a golf cart, I would imagine. What does Kyle Larson do now between here and hot laps on the dirt track?
Yeah, so we'll driver's meeting's probably in 20 minutes. So I'll go. I might miss that, but I'll probably go, change at the trailer into my street clothes, and then go to the bus, maybe grab a quick snack, and then ride my bike over to the sprint car track and hop in that fire suit and get ready for engine heat at 6 and hot lapping right after that. So I just hope the track's in a good spot. It's gotten a lot of rain here this week in Texas, and but the sun has been shining all day, which is good. Hopefully it can kind of dry the surface out there, and we can have a little better racetrack than we had Thursday night, and we can do also a better job behind the wheel to be up front and have a challenge for the win.
Thursday was so fast. It was just done in a flash, man. Yeah,
and that's what we like to do with high limit. Sometimes honestly too fast, but we just, a lot of times dirt races, they start at 6 o'clock and they'll drag on till midnight. And we just, we don't want to be that type of series. We want to run a fast, efficient show. And I think the fans, learn to appreciate that, because if they don't come down the pits, they can go home early and get good rest and, be fresh for the drive home, depending on how long it is. Or they can bring their families down to the pit area, meet the drivers, and nobody's really in a hurry to leave, when it's done at 9:30. When you're done at 11 o'clock, 11:30, midnight, like the teams are in a bad mood. Everybody's, rushing to get out of there, and nobody, has a good experience with that. So, we make it a big priority to move our shows along quickly.
I think it's time you take some of that Brad Sweet money tonight.
Yeah.
Or your money.
I've been joking with Brad. He only shows up for high limit races. Whenever he shows up at Outlaws, he just lets them walk all over him. So, Yeah, but where I'm kind of the opposite, I feel like, you know,
Mhm.
I can do good with the Outlaws, and High Limit, I seem to struggle to win races sometimes. But no, I hope somebody can give him a challenge this year.
Right.
He's just so consistent. He's hard to beat.